Guys, today we're going to be discussing with Michael Monk, who is an energy master, about what is being an energy master all about. It's so interesting. So guys, let's get started. I'm like really curious. Is your actual name Michael Monk, or is Monk something you just added?
Yes, Michael Monk is my real name.
What is an energy master, and how did you realize that you were one?
An energy master to me is somebody that is completely in tune with their spiritual energy, the soul, the spirit, the source from which things came. And that's a full sensory connection, sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell, and has the ability to demonstrate that either through visible paranormal ability or through abilities of healing and such, and activation of higher consciousness in others. In the year 2008, my energy clairvoyance, my ability to see energy, opened up spontaneously, and I was enthralled, enraptured by what I was seeing all around me. And for a long period of time, I would just open up the world of energy and play within it, see how it reacts to me, see how it reacts to my thoughts and feelings and my emotions and whatnot. It was after about a year of that I noticed that I had the ability to project and actually become my energy, to expand beyond the confines of my body and actually feel my presence as expanded and within the energy. From that point, I noticed that elements responded to me, that I could move the air, I could cause the wind to blow, or I could place my hands in a still puddle of water and send energy to it and cause ripples in the water. Or I could project out of my body and into the body of another person that I'm doing energy with and cause movements within their body. And that is how I realized that I was an energy master. And it wasn't long after that till I started discovering the healing properties of all of this as well.
How did this info about energy healing come to you?
The information about energy work came to me in my own meditations, my own study, my own prayers, my own interaction with the divine. Every single thing that I know and teach and demonstrate has been from my own self-discovery.
So I'm just curious, have you got any kind of training from before about this?
Yes, I have an immense amount of training, all on my own self-discovery. But before I began my career as a teacher and a healer, I spent years, all day, every spare moment that I could in the world of energy, taking notes, making observations, projecting my consciousness and seeing how everything behaves. Then after, well, I never stopped training. Energy work is a passion to all of those who discover it. It is so incredibly amazing to have your consciousness expanded into the hypersensory range that it becomes very natural to take on a very strong regimen to practice yourself. So I have had an immense amount of training, and I continue to train immensely.
What are the drawbacks of transforming from a 3D person to a multidimensional being?
Well, I'm not sure that I would use the term drawback, because who would not want to be multidimensional and fully conscious? But there is a price to pay. One must walk through their own inner darkness. You must face your shadows, all the recessed parts of your being. You must heal. You must examine every corridor of your being. So this happens all through our life, but as we begin the practice of being an energy sensitive person, being an energy master, we kick it into a very high gear. So get ready to know yourself on a very intimate level. Get ready to face your demons and to face your shadows. And it is painful. It's different for everybody. Most of the journey is pure bliss and pure beauty, but you must walk through the fires of your own darkness in order to reach these places.
How can we make the journey easy?
Telekinesis, or being telekinetic, is actually the natural state of an expanded consciousness. The regular state of consciousness is to know itself within the nerve fiber system of the body, being contained within the electrical system we can only access data through the preset range of the five senses. Through a dedication to spiritual practice, one can rather easily begin to expand their consciousness beyond the confines of the nervous system into the electromagnetic field of the heart and beyond, to where you can gain the same type of presence that you have inside of your body, outside of your body, and it is then that the elements just naturally begin to respond to you. As I said, telekinesis is the natural state of an expanded consciousness. So a normal person can learn these simply by expanding their consciousness. And these days there are several courses available online. If you would like to learn from me, though I have retired or taken a break from public teaching, I have saved all of my teaching videos from Avatar Energy Mastery and put them in a special Facebook group that I will allow anybody to join. And you would be surprised, it's actually a rather quick journey to expand your consciousness and become telekinetic. I've had students achieve it in as little as 3 months. The average would probably be more like 6 months dedication to the practice. Not as much work as you would think, but with a firm dedication to practice, you can expand beyond the confines of your body and begin to experience yourself as being telekinetic.
So I have heard one thing is that you are super good at telekinesis. I've seen your past videos where you just place your hand in the water gently and that creates so many powerful ripples. So how does one actually get good at that?
Telekinesis, or being telekinetic, is actually the natural state of an expanded consciousness. Once you have done the proper amount of meditations and gained the proper understandings in order to externalize your consciousness beyond the skin of the body into an empathic relationship with your external environment, you are just going to naturally notice that the elements respond to your energy. The same types of motions that you used to use inside of the body to move the physical body, you will begin to make outside of the body, and you will notice that these have a subtle effect on the environment, on the various elements. And humanity is not very far progressed in this. We are able to move the wind. Air is a very light element. We are able to alter the weather somewhat. We are also able to cause small ripples in water or move very light objects such as a straw inside of a sealed container. As I said, telekinesis is a natural state of an expanded being.
That's so amazing to hear. Can you please share one case with us where you have transformed a person's life through your work?
Well, there have been so many cases of my work transforming the life of an individual. To go from a third-dimensional human being with a standard set of perceptions to becoming a telekinetic, multi-dimensional energy master changes you for the better from the inside out in every perceivable way. But one story that does come to mind rather quickly is a young man that joined my course that had a weight issue. He was a rather large guy, 260 pounds, and not only seeking enlightenment, but also seeking health, a healthy body and a healthy and a good looking appearance, which I believe is a part of enlightenment. The physical body is important to take care of, and in my course I teach a couple techniques that allow a person to do this very effortless, very easily. That is the Ascension Diet, what I call the Ascension Diet, which is a new understanding of food, a new way of looking at food that allows you to get the nourishment that you need from it without nearly the same amount of intake or the same amount of calories necessary. I also teach a meditation and exercise that uses the pituitary gland in the very center of the mind and a person's own energy to actually release human growth hormone that's stored in the gland. When you do this, your body's metabolism kicks into high gear, and your muscle growth, your recovery, everything goes through the roof from the extra release of the human growth hormone. Well, by adhering to my Ascension Diet and the bodybuilding exercise meditation that I teach, This young man went from 260 pounds to 180 pounds. He went from a very large person with an insecure appearance to a very sturdy, firm, handsome young man. And wow, I mean, wow.
So I'm just wondering, what is the shift a person can expect after taking a session with you?
The shift a person can expect after a session with me. Well, it's very, very dependent on the person. Over the thousands of sessions that I've done over the years, no two are ever alike. A person can expect a complete and utter shift, like sometimes during a session the heavens will open up, they will see angels, they will talk with God. Some people receive healing on levels of like restored vision, deafness cured, cancer healed. I've healed so many things and caused so much miraculous experience. It is so hard to say though what a person can expect. So I would go ahead and quote more from a typical session where a person feels a little bit less than they normally do, and that is that you will feel an increased presence. You will feel magnetism within your body, you will feel vibration of spirit, you'll feel an upliftment in your emotional state, and then depending on your ability to sense things from spiritual energy, everybody is different, you're going to have some type of spiritual experience for sure.
It was so lovely having you today here with us at Prism TV, Michael. And for those of you who have more questions, you can always drop it in the comments below, or get in touch with us, and Michael and me will reply to those questions and doubts. If you would like to get in touch with Michael regarding a session with him, a healing session with him, or start his courses, you can always ping him on these details I've provided here and in the bio below. It was lovely seeing you guys. Thank you so much to our dedicated watchers and positive feedback. If you would like to know anything more about any topic, just text us and we'll make a video on that. Till then, take care, have a beautiful day, and see you again at Prism.